as the dominant species of life on Earth will be extinct within a year.
Johnny, is the fall of ancient Rome similar to what's happening in the US at the moment? Is it similar, Johnny? I think it's very similar indeed. Really? Johnny, what are you basing that on, for Christ's sake? Well, you've only got to look at history, Johnny. Every major bloody civilization that's come along has fucked itself up in one way or another and just bloody... Well, I suppose it is pretty obvious when you're bloody... I don't see it being any real difference with the US empire. With the US empire crumbling. What a lot of bullshit, eh? Joe Rogan, he was onto it.
We believe in the moment. Yeah. We can't look at the vast amount of data that shows us the same patterns of behavior that humans are exhibiting right now have led to disastrous consequences in the collapse of civilization.
And it's we love you, Joe, if you're watching.
In the collapse of civilizations.
And it's so easy when you look at those past civilizations to be like, how did you guys not see it coming? I mean, It's all around you.
Right. Johnny, it's a huge bloody country. It's fucking great big huge. Is it really just gonna fall in a big heap? Well, apparently, Johnny, there's this Russian bloke who came out here in 1970 or some fucking time, and he reckons he was involved in the bloody,
The Russian guy who used to work for the KGB, Yuri...
Yes, I know you're talking about...
what was his last name? Jamie Bentonov?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Who gave the lectures on how the Soviet Union was destroying America in the next generation.
And he talked about this in 1984. Mm-hmm. This was during the Soviet Union time. Yuri Bezmenov.
Yep.
Who?
Yuri Bezmenov.
Yep, that's him.
Yuri Bezmenov gave a speech describing exactly America in 2023, describing how Russia had eroded, the Soviet Union had eroded all of our institutions and gotten in there and implanted ideas of Marxism and reinforced these ideas, and that this was undoubtedly going to lead to the demise of America. But the way he lays it out,
it's compelling. And
planting of seeds to bring down the US civilization, if you like. Is that what he's bloody saying? That may be coming to pass right this moment after all these years. Yeah, after all these years.
He certainly is one of the world's outstanding experts on the subject of Soviet propaganda and disinformation and active measures. Well, you spoke several times before about ideological subversion. That is a phrase that I'm afraid some Americans don't fully understand. When the Soviets use the phrase ideological subversion, what do they mean by it?
Ideological subversion is the slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures, активные мероприятия in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare. What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite of the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interests of defending themselves, their families, their community, and their country.
Johnny, do you mean to say that this bloke from the Soviet Union, he was involved in the bloody infiltration of the US bloody civilization?
To the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students. Being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations of American students without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism. The demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already. For the last 25 years, actually it's overfulfilled, because demoralization now reaches such areas where previously not even Comrade Andropov and all his experts would even dream of such a tremendous success.
Yeah, the bloody Soviets, they had a plan for all this to happen in the US. That's what they were bloody trying to get done. And by Jesus, I think they've been bloody successful. Well, now you mention it, it fucking has come true, a lot of it.
Fucking people. You have no idea how to defend a nation.
I don't know what the bloody wash-up will be. It'll be fucking bedlam.